Now it's your turn to solve the inequality negative 5x minus 9 is less than 2 times the quantity x minus 3. Stop the video, take a moment to write out your answers in your lecture notes, and then turn the video back on to check your answer. To begin solving the inequality, negative 5x minus 9 is less than 2 times the quantity x minus 3. We're going to follow the standard process for solving equations or inequalities. The first thing we need to do is simplify each side of the inequality. On the left side, there is exactly one variable and one constant term, so there's nothing to change over there. On the right side of the inequality, we have 2 times in parentheses x minus 3. We need to distribute the 2 into the parentheses. 2 times x is 2x, 2 times the negative 3 is negative 6, and now we've simplified both sides. The second step of the process is to isolate the variable terms, meaning gather the variables to one side or the other. Typically, we'll move the variables to the left side of the equation. To cancel out the 2x on the right side, we need to subtract 2x, but subtracting 2x from the right side means we need to subtract 2x from the left side. Simplifying both sides of the inequality at this point, negative 5x minus 9 minus 2x on the left side is negative 7x minus 9. On the right side of the inequality, 2x minus 6 minus 2x is negative 6. The next step is to continue isolating the variable term. All the variables are on the left side of the inequality, but we do have a minus 9 over there as well. To cancel out the fact that we're subtracting 9, we need to do the opposite. We need to add 9 to both sides of the inequality. Again, simplifying both sides of the inequality, negative 7x minus 9 plus 9 is negative 7x. On the right side, negative 6 plus 9 is a positive 3. Through both of those steps, using the addition property, the inequality does not change. At this point, we now have isolated the variable term, and we need to eliminate its coefficient. Currently, we have negative 7 times x. To cancel out the fact that we are multiplying x by negative 7, we need to divide by negative 7. But again, what we do to one side, we have to do to the other side of the inequality, so we divide both sides by negative 7. And the catch here is that we have to remember, when we're using multiplication or division with a negative number and an inequality, the inequality will flip. So this less than will now become a greater than. Again, simplifying, negative 7x over negative 7 is just x, and that is greater than 3 divided by negative 7 is negative 3/7. We've now solved the inequality, but we need to state the solution set in both interval and set builder notations. While it is not required, it is often helpful to visualize this on a number line. So a quick sketch of a number line. We draw a number line. It's always good to orient ourselves by placing 0 somewhere on our number line. And negative 3/7 is to the left of 0. Now I need to interpret the inequality. X is greater than negative 3/7 means I want everything to the right of negative 3/7. That's the greater than. Since it does not say or equal to, we do not want to include the actual value of negative 3/7 in our solution set, so we use a parenthesis or sometimes an open circle. Now to state our conclusion in interval notation, we have to recognize the left end of the interval is the negative 3/7 and that there is no right end, that it goes on forever, so we'll say it goes to infinity. So the interval, when we state this, the solution set in interval notation is the interval from negative 3/7 up to infinity, so comma infinity. We put a parenthesis on the negative 3/7 to say it is not part of our solution set, and infinities always have a parenthesis because they're not a number, it's a concept. Now stating the solution set in set builder notation, this would become the set of all x's such that x is greater than negative 3/7. As long as your x value is greater than negative 3/7, it would be part of the solution set, which is what that notation is telling us.